Let's talk about snack. What snacks did you eat when you were young?
When I was a child, I used to eat a lot of traditional snacks, like dried mango, rice crackers, and steamed sticky rice cakes. I also enjoyed more modern options, such as potato chips and chocolate bars, especially when I got them as treats during birthdays or Tet holidays. My grandmother would often prepare homemade snacks, like roasted peanuts or sweetened lotus seeds, which I still find delicious. Those snacks remind me of a simpler time, and I sometimes crave them even now.
When do you usually eat snacks now?
These days, I mostly eat snacks in the afternoon or late at night when I'm feeling a bit hungry between meals. I also snack while watching movies or when I'm studying and need something to munch on. It's not a daily habit, but it happens a few times a week. If I skip lunch or dinner for some reason, I tend to make up for it with a heavier snack. However, I try not to overdo it.
Do you think it is healthy for you to eat snacks?
It really depends on the type of snack I eat. If I choose fruits, yogurt, or nuts. But if I constantly snack on sugary or salty food like chips or cookies, that could lead to weight gain or other health issues. Personally, I try to strike a balance. I allow myself occasional indulgences, but I'm also aware of the long-term consequences of unhealthy snacking. Have your snacking habits changed over time? Yes, quite a lot. When I was younger, I used to snack without thinking much about the health aspect. I would eat anything that tasted good. But as I got older and became more health conscious, I started reading labels and avoiding snacks that are too processed or high in calories. Now, I prefer lighter options like dried fruit, granola bars, or even just a cup of green tea to suppress hunger between meals.
Why do people like snacking so much?
I think it's mainly because snacking provides immediate satisfaction. It's quick, convenient, and often tasty, especially when someone is bored, stressed, or just wants to enjoy a little treat. Also, with busy lifestyles, many people don't have time for proper meals, so snacks become an easy alternative. Marketing and attractive packaging also play a role in making snacks hard to resist.
Let's talk about weather.
What's the weather like where you live? I live in Ho Chi Minh City, where the weather is typically hot and humid all year round. There are two main seasons, the dry season and the rainy season. During the dry months, the temperatures can reach up to 35 C, and it can be quite uncomfortable if you're outside for too long. In contrast, the rainy season brings heavy showers almost every afternoon, which cools things down a bit, though the humidity remains high.
Do you prefer cold or hot weather?
Personally, the first prefer cold weather because it feels more refreshing and comfortable. I like wearing layers and cozy clothes, and I find it easier to warm up when it's cold than to cool down when it's hot. Hot weather tends to make me feel tired and sweaty, especially when I have to walk or commute. Cold weather also gives me a reason to drink hot coffee or tea, which I enjoy a lot.
Do you prefer dry or wet weather?
I definitely prefer dry weather. Rainy days, while sometimes relaxing, can be quite inconvenient, especially if you need to go out. Wet weather often causes traffic jams, flooding, and delays. On the other hand, dry weather makes everything more predictable and easier to manage. That being said, a bit of rain now and then is refreshing and good for the environment.
Do you get in the habit of checking the weather forecast?
Yes, I do check the weather forecast regularly, especially during the rainy season. It helps me plan my day better, like deciding whether to bring an umbrella or wear waterproof shoes. I usually check it through my phone or smart assistant. Although it's not always 100% accurate, it still gives me a general idea of what to expect and helps avoid surprises.
Has the weather in your hometown changed over the years?
Yes, it has become more unpredictable and extreme in recent years. When I was younger, the seasons were more consistent, and we could expect rain or sunshine at certain times. But now, sudden heat waves, unseasonal rain, and even minor flooding are becoming more common. I think this change is largely due to climate change, which is affecting weather patterns all over the world, not just in my hometown.